Learning from your mistakes, one of the biggest things you have to take away when you're trading on your journey. What I mean by this is yesterday, I'm going to explain it in full detail through my perspective. Yesterday in my video, if you looked, I talked about how I went long in this area and I sold once we broke these pre-market highs. But I talked about how the bigger trade on the weekly, on the daily, was us going into this level and rejecting. Look how we did end up going into that level. And what happened? We filled the gap I'd been talking about all week. Last week, the exact thing happened, and I didn't take advantage of that trade. It's something I really do want to work on, obviously. And as you trade, you just keep getting better and better and better. I've always mentioned one of my goals is just focus on the bigger risk to reward trades that pay a lot better, pay a lot more, just percentage wise. And as you guys can see, it went picture perfect. We ran right into that level. I've been mentioning it all week. Went right into it. And then what happened? Overnight, old pre-market, gap down, and then we just absolutely tanked as soon as the market opened. There was really only one entry spot I saw right back into here, prior support turning into resistance. This bounce right here, right back into the level, and that was the only spot. And then we gap filled. There was a trade at gap fill. You could have got in and straight back into the resistance area, but that wasn't what I wanted. So once this happened, I waited for us to gap fill. Let me put it on the hourly just so you guys can see. I waited for us to gap fill. Once we did that, I pretty much shut down the screens. I didn't want to take a trade. I didn't even take a trade today because I knew I completely missed it. I remember yesterday in my head, I thought, wow, I'm taking a trade. Don't get me wrong, it went perfect, but I'm sacrificing the bigger trade because I was already green. I didn't want to turn that green day into a break even or just a smaller green day. Obviously, it wouldn't really turn into a break even because I'm risking 2 to 1. It would have been just I made 1 R on the day instead of 2 R. But I noticed this trade right here is something that I just completely missed. I think in the future, I'm going to start working on maybe trying to hold some swings so I can get in these trades because I feel like a lot of moves happen overnight pre-market and you completely miss them. For example, this gap, I saw this gap before it actually happened. Entry was down here, and then what happens over the weekend? We completely gap up. There's no way to get in this trade from down here anymore because the market doesn't leave you a chance. That's just kind of what it does. So hopefully you guys learned from this video. Please like the video. Please subscribe. Hope you have a great day.